Last night on MasterChef Australia,
There's one man standing in the way of you and immunity.
Claire faced off against renowned chef Adam Malonis
I'm going to give him a run for his money.
and just missed out on winning immunity.
I would hire Claire to work in any kitchen of mine in a second.
Tonight, the amateurs prepare for battle in their biggest challenge yet.
It's time to pull out the heavy artillery.
Two teams race to feed 100 ravenous soldiers
This is a pretty terrifying challenge.
in the ultimate test of their skill and stamina.
This is our big chance to give something back for the guys who do so much for us.
And the team with the least votes will face elimination.
We're going to have to do everything by hand, and we're going to have to do it in great quantities.
I'm really freaking out.
Claire's just finished her Celebrity Chef Challenge today. We come home, relaxing. Some of us in the kitchen cooking, and we hear Callum yelling from upstairs.
Hey guys, I just found a letter. Team picks upstairs.
Callum gives us a call, and he's found a letter from the judges, so we all bolt upstairs to have a bit of a listen and find out what's going on.
Dear contestants, tomorrow is your next team challenge. Adam and Claire, as the winners of this week's paired invention test, you will each captain a team. Claire, you are the captain of the red team. Adam, you are the captain of the blue team. The last contestant left standing at the end of the team pick will choose themselves which team they want to join. Interesting.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, my first pick is Marion, because that's the rules.
I think Marion's been picked first probably for every single team challenge that we've had, so everyone definitely wants Marion on their team.
Callum, get over here. I need you on my team.
It's Claire's first pick and she chooses me. I'm stoked. I love working with Claire. I think she's going to be a really good leader. It's a real privilege to be picked first.
And my second pick is Jonathan.
Courtney?
Aaron?
Alvin, come on down.
I'm getting picked last, so thank God the judges have given us a bit of power. I get to choose which team I want to be on.
If I was Jimmy, I would choose the blue team because, the calibre in that team, we've got Marion, Jonathan, Adam and Aaron.
Blue, red, I always go blue. Blue seems to be the one that works for me. So I'll take red.
I would have to say the blue team was a very strong team. Strategically, I'm not quite sure why Jimmy chose the red team.
We've got one less person. If it's a mass lot of catering, then we could be in a bit of trouble with one less person.
We're just waiting for our further instructions, and Gary and George step out. Judges are in the house. This is a first.
Interesting. 4 in the blue, 5 in the reds. So tomorrow is your next team challenge, and it is a big one. It's a doozy, it's massive. I love this challenge. This is going to be my favourite, I can tell. George is excited because tomorrow you've been conscripted into the Australian Army Catering Corps.
As soon as they say we're feeding the army, I'm just pumped. I had the honour of going to Iraq and Afghanistan to entertain the troops about 3 years ago. I have a bit of knowledge of what kind of food that they serve. Hopefully that'll help us out.
Tomorrow morning, you'll be taken to Holsworthy Army Barracks, the site of your next team challenge.
I have no experience with the military. You know, I love dressing up in costumes every now and then. Uniforms do it for me.
This is good stuff. You are going to be cooking for 100 ravenous soldiers. These soldiers have been roughing it for 3 weeks. This is the first hot meal they've had in nearly a month, and you're going to provide it.
You will be travelling in on foot, on the ground, all the way to the field kitchen.
The soldiers themselves will vote for the best food and therefore the best team. That is the team that will win. Simple as that. The prize for the winning team is a beautiful lunch from Sean Moran from Sean's Panorama.
It's been one day.
Now to the bad news. If you lose tomorrow, the whole team will face an elimination challenge, and one of you will be going home.
Get a good night's sleep. You got a massive day, and we'll see you out there. Good luck.
Let's do this. Actually, when I was born, my dad was a captain in the army, so I lived the first few years of my life on an army base. Alrighty, let's go wake up some soldiers.
I guess a bit of my inner drill sergeant comes out.
Adam comes crashing into my room at some ungodly hour in the morning.
Out of bed and into those fatigues, now!
Adam comes in with a massive bang.
Let's move it, Grasby! I want you upstairs in 15 seconds!
I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know what time it is, but he's yelling at me, and I'm assuming that I need to get up and get dressed.
Come on, blue team, let's move!
This is, for me, the most important team challenge that we've ever done. I've only lost 2 team challenges before. Claire's only lost 3, I think. Neither of us has lost as captain before, so someone's record is going to be broken today.
We get out of the vans at the Holsworthy Army Barracks and we're met by Lieutenant Colonel Trent Scott, the commanding officer of the 3rd Battalion of the Royal Australian Regiment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Capiong Lions, the home of the 3rd Battalion. It's great to see you all here. Great weather for us today.
Commanding Officer Scott cuts a pretty imposing figure. Yeah, it's not someone you'd mess with.
The key qualities of an Australian Army soldier that you don't see every day are courage,
Let's keep pushing forward, men!
initiative, and teamwork. Today, you guys are all going to have to show courage, initiative, and especially teamwork.
This day is going to be huge. I'm terrified not only of the cooking, but of the huge trek we have to do, about the amount of people we need to feed, and we don't even know what kind of equipment or food is in that bush kitchen. So this is a pretty terrifying challenge.
The task you'll be provided today will test you as a team. And you'll need to look after your fellow team members and not leave anyone behind. Why are you still here? Go!
The challenge starts now. Today we're cooking for 100 members of Bravo Company. Each team has to climb into the Unimogs, which are going to take us to the start of the trek.
One last thing. Lunch is to be served at 1400 sharp.
The base is very big, and I'm wondering where we're going to be taken to do our trek. I'm guessing it's going to be a long way away.
I think what we need to think about today is, you know, food that's more than a calorie count in a box, you know what I mean? It's food from the heart, you know, food that brings you home, food that makes you feel warm and loved.
These guys have been out in the wet and the wind and the cold for 3 weeks. They're going to want a really beautiful meal, and that's what we need to give them.
All right, blue team, we are going to be doing a pack march today, so carrying our packs. I need to know before we start whether anyone has any pre-existing injuries.
Does anyone carry oxygen? Because I wouldn't mind having an oxygen mask.
As we're driving along, we realised the other teams would be heading to another track.
That's Marion's. Here, let me get down.
Slippery oven.
We get out of the Unimog, it's time to start our trek. Jimmy's got a torn hamstring and he'll be going in the support vehicle.
Coronary!
How's everyone feeling? Good?
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
Yeah? Let's do this.
Let's do it!
Come on.
We're trekking through the bush and it's extremely wet, it's hard, and our packs are really heavy.
Careful, slippery.
The packs that we're carrying today are around 20 kilos, but the soldiers normally carry up to 40 kilos on their back, so we can't be complaining about it, but this is really tough.
You all right, Alvin? Okay. Good check. I'm good. Good job, mate. Doing well.
We are absolutely pushing to get there first. I mean, we need to get there as soon as we can so we can get into that kitchen, plan our menu and get cracking, because there's no time to lose.
I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. Jonathan's hair looks mighty old. What? What?
The most surprising thing on the hike is that Aaron's actually setting the pace. It's quite amazing.
I really push myself to the limit and try and set a really, really fast pace so we can be the first team to arrive at the field kitchen.
Let's go!
Yeah, let's go.
We sort of break through the brush and the field kitchen's in front of us. The goal is in sight now. We break into a run and we just sprint in there.
We're here first, guys.
Awesome first, yeah, let's get it
Well done.
guys.
We've really pushed ourselves on the hike, and that means we're the first team to arrive. It's great. That's the advantage that we needed.
Oh boy, that's what we've been carrying.
Oh my God.
Looks like a pretty good kitchen setup. We've got barbecues, we've got big stoves, and we've got a sort of rotisserie oven at the end as well. So the equipment looks good. Now we just have to have a look at our ingredients.
Having a look at the ingredients, you know, we've got some great stuff. We've got Angus beef there, you know, there's lamb, there's chicken. I mean, there's a really big variety of stuff. Great fresh veggies, lots of herbs.
We got lots of spices here.
The only problem is we don't really have any power, so we can't plug in electric appliances. We're going to have to do everything by hand, and we're going to have to do it in great quantities.
Adam, I'm going to do apple and rhubarb. I think we've got rhubarb.
Crumble. Great.
Nice.
It's going to be a real challenge to get this amount of food up for these guys. We're a man down already in the blue team. We've got 4 and the red team's got 5. But I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, the blue team's got a job to do and we're all focused on it.
Nice one, guys.
Good work, red team.
No, they're here.
We get to the field kitchen and the blue team's already setting up. They've already planned their menu and already have processes cooking.
So we need to have a really quick, decisive discussion about what we want to do.
I don't have time to think about what they're doing or worry about what their game plan is. The red team's just got to do its thing today.
Guys, Jimmy, you're doing the curry, yes? Callum, you're doing the crumble, yes? Courtney, meatballs. Alvin, you're doing all of the sides. Great, let's do it.
Just under 3 hours sounds like a lot, but if you need to cook for 100 soldiers, you know, time's just going to fly.
Today I'm going to be making a fruit crumble. At the moment it's apple, possibly rhubarb.
I'm doing a rhubarb and apple crumble. So I've got the rhubarb cooking over there.
I'm doing some meatballs. There's a heap of meats in the meat boxes.
I reckon we do the meatballs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Today I'm going to be making a chicken curry.
A Thai curry is probably not something they get all the time, so they'd probably be excited about it.
We hear a few things getting yelled at. I hear Jonathan saying crumble. I hear Marion say curry. I'm not too happy about this.
Where's Claire?
Hi.
Oh, I love it. Look at this. This is brilliant. And it smells good already. Tell us what the menu is.
We've got meatballs with like a tomato sauce.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Jimmy's doing like a really subtle curry, light, something for everyone. So
Subtle curry, Jimmy. What on earth are you doing a subtle curry for?
That's just what I told Claire.
No, come on. It should be big and glorious. What are you talking about?
we've got a crumble, a fruit crumble, so apple and rhubarb.
Brilliant. You feel a bit responsible as soon as they're out.
I'm the captain. Of course I feel responsible.
Guys and girls on the front line. These are the people that go to war on our behalf.
Absolutely. There's no way I could do what they do.
Yeah.
So, you know, that respect.
And do something special for them.
Yeah.
Claire, brilliant. You get cooking away, yeah?
These guys have been working hard for 3 weeks and, you know, it's a cold and wet day. If I was those guys, I would want home-cooked food. I would want something hearty and warming. A crumble, I think, is going to do that.
Adam, how are you, man?
Guys.
Captain of the blue team.
Yes.
You pumped?
I am very pumped.
There's only 4 of you on this side. They've got 5. Are you feeling under pressure because of that?
Yeah, I mean, when you're doing this kind of large-scale catering, an extra head in the kitchen would be an extra pair of hands.
Especially peeling garlic clove by clove.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that could take forever.
Yeah.
Tell me, menu, what is it?
Menu, we've got actually quite a lot going on. We're not being shy about it. We've got an apple and rhubarb crumble happening here, a steak and mushroom pie happening here. We've got a sort of chicken curry here, some meatballs here.
It's like deja vu.
Yeah. Do you know what the other team are doing? Crumble, meatballs, curry.
The judges have come in and realised that the blue team and red team have very similar menus, which is, I guess, a product of us all being together for so long.
Claire, you need to come over here, I'm afraid.
Gary calls me over and asks Adam and I to tell each other what our menus are.
First dish.
First dish will be chicken curry.
What are you doing? Second dish.
Meatballs.
Yep, we're doing meatballs.
Apple and rhubarb crumble.
Houston, we have a problem.
You know, these are our boys and girls on the front line. We want you to do a brilliant job, and I don't want to see you competing over the same dish. What's the point? They've been on exercise for 3 weeks, and it's the first hot meal they've had. You want to give them a buffet between them that is going to blow them away. Sort it out. Do something.
What sort of curry are you doing?
Ours is Thai style.
OK, well, ours is Indian style, so there's a
Great.
difference there already.
That's good.
With the
Okay.
crumble, we're thinking about doing something different, so if we can...
Okay.
Meatballs?
I'll give on the meatballs if you're giving on the crumble.
OK.
Love it.
Yeah,
Great.
there you go.
Yeah. Wow, look at well done. Well done.
Good. Claire and I are both lawyers, so we take a very lawyerly approach to this negotiation. She gives up the crumble, so the next thing I do is give up the meatballs. It was about a 5-second negotiation, and that's how we should do things.
So we had quite a lot of similarities, so we've had to negotiate who's doing what. So the meatballs stay. The crumble is going to be an upside-down cake rather than a crumble with the custard.
I've just been told I can't do the crumble anymore. It's a little bit disappointing because I was really comfortable with that dessert. It's something that's quite simple and I thought the soldiers would really like. With no recipe, there's no guaranteed upside-down apple cake. It's going to work out.
With 2 hours to go, 100 hungry soldiers will be coming to eat your food. And can I tell you, what an honour it is for all of you to cook for these soldiers that honour us.
Marion's going to be doing a chicken curry. Pretty much the same thing I'm going to be doing. I mean, my style of cooking is quite different to hers, but I know she's a front runner in this contest and I don't want to be going head to head with her. At the same time, I'm going to stick with my menu. I know it's going to be really different to hers.
No soup for you.
Working in a field kitchen, you're never going to have all the utensils and equipment you need, so you need to improvise in order to get your dish done.
It smells great, Marion.
Instead of using a mortar and pestle, I use a meat mallet to try and bash up all the ingredients because I want to get it as smooth as I can because that means I'm getting all the flavour out of those base ingredients.
So I'm changing up the meatball idea and we're going to do some koftas.
I'm in Kofta Town.
Are you in Kofta Town?
Kofta Town.
Population you?
Population me.
It's a mincemeat dish spiced with some cumin, some cinnamon, some paprika, and with some sultanas rolled through there as well.
It's times like this you realise what a massive advantage it is having an extra pair of hands on a team.
Rolling out the koftas is definitely more time-consuming than I would have thought. I'm just making kofta after kofta after kofta, and it's taking me so long. I just hope I get finished in time.
Right, Matt, welcome. This is our field kitchen. Wow.
Matt and Lieutenant Colonel Scott come in to check the progress of the red and blue teams, and it's fairly intimidating having 2 men that could kill you with their bare hands watch you cook.
So, Courtney, what are you making?
I'm doing meatballs in tomato sauce,
Yep.
home style.
So you've got thyme in there, you've
Yes.
got carrot, loads of tomatoes, so
Garlic.
rich garlic,
Yeah.
we can smell
Really
the garlic.
rich.
Can I have a taste? Is that all right?
Yeah. It's still got a bit of a way to go. It's got that tomato paste has got to cook out a bit.
Smells good. Yeah, look, that's fabulous. The 100 lads that come in and taste this, they're not going to want to go back out again. I'm serious. The lads are going to really enjoy that.
That's great. Sweet, rich.
To have Commanding Officer Scott and Matt Preston come over to taste it and tell me that I'm on track and they think that the guys are going to like it, it's a huge relief.
Great work, Courtney. That tastes great.
No, that's great.
Feeling like this is our big chance to give something back for the guys who do so much for us.
So, Jonathan,
Yes.
what are you making?
I've got a rhubarb apple crumble already in the ovens baking, and now I've got a massive pot of custard on.
Yep.
Then I'm going to make a bread and butter pudding, fill it with custard, get it in the oven as well to bake.
Fantastic. So you're doing 2 desserts?
Yeah.
That's really good to see. Well done.
I'm aiming to be able to feed as many people as possible with my pie. It's not going to be a traditional pie with, you know, a crust on the bottom. It's more like a pot pie. So what we're doing is making a big filling and then covering the top with pastry.
Hey, Jono, can you do me a favour and every now and then just run over and give my pot a stir?
Aaron's got his pie filling cooking. He's now onto the vegetables and he's concerned that he's not going to get his pastry done. We've still got roast vegetables, pumpkin, potato to get done. He's going to look after that, so I'll do his pastry for him. You know what? I'm looking after all the desserts and pastry fits in the dessert kitchen, so that's all right for me. I'm doing it because we're a team, so, you know, I've got my stuff ready and pretty much I've just got to monitor it cooking and now we've got to get everything out together.
Everything's kind of under control. And then Gary walks up to Callum's bowl of cake mix, lifts up the whisk and says,
What's this?
I know, I might have to remake the batter.
What is that, pancake? That's not the sponge mixture, is it?
It was my attempt. This was my attempt, yeah. I know, I couldn't get all the chunks out of the butter.
Why couldn't you get the chunks out of the butter? Tell me why, come on.
It was, I guess because it was too cold.
It needs to be creamy. Use your hand, warm the butter up. If the butter's not in a warm place now, stop what you're doing, warm the butter up, and then beat the butter and sugar so it's creamy. Claire, you're not going to have a pudding. You're not going to have a pudding.
This is a similar story to last week in the CWA challenge. My butter was too hard.
The problem is now if you try and warm that up, the eggs are going to cook. That's terrible, mate.
This week I did try and soften it, but unfortunately I didn't chop the butter up first, which was a pretty stupid mistake, and it's resulted in the middle bits of my butter still being quite hard.
I'm starting again now.
I'm stressed out. Gary's just given me a bollocking, and I have to get these cakes right for this dish to work. Time's against me. I've got no recipe. I'm not sure if this batter's going to work. I'm really freaking out.
Callum, he was going to do a crumble, now he's doing a sponge pudding. It's a disaster. He's making the same mistake with the batter that he did on the CWA challenge.
Callum really struggles when it comes to just getting on with something and doing it.
Yeah.
It's that whole mind over matter.
Yeah.
Just get in there and do it. Cream the butter with the sugar, add eggs, add flour. You don't need a set of scales. Touch and feel, guys. We're out here. We're using gas burners. There's no fancy ovens out here. This is the bare essentials. Make do with what you got.
Yeah.
Oh, hear that, Gary? I wish we were up there. But you know what? They're on their way and they're going to be starving.
There's always that old Napoleonic saying, isn't it, that an army marches on its stomach. Trent, what have they been eating?
Yeah, look, Matt, they normally eat what we call a combat ration pack, which is this here.
Wow.
And that is 24 hours worth of food, which every man carries.
What are they going to be craving? What's the sort of food they want to hoe into?
Yeah, look, they'll all be craving fresh food with a lot of vibrant tastes.
Yep.
You know, something different, something markedly different from what they've been eating.
You've had some pretty ugly weather here, so they'll be cold, wet.
They'll be cold, wet and hungry, extraordinarily hungry.
With an hour to go, Callum's wanting to make custard. And so far as I can tell, At this point, Callum's going to be struggling to do that. Even if he wasn't, I need his help with other things. I don't want custard. It's just going to be a distraction. We can do something else. Cream will be fine.
So it's just the upside down cake, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just cream over the top. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I tell him, don't make custard. I walk away. Callum's making custard.
I reckon I can make custard in half an hour.
Okay, it's up to you.
Okay,
but
trust me.
If you're going to do it, you need to do it now.
Yeah, okay.
The custard's in the pan on the heat. I need to keep it moving because if it turns to scrambled eggs, I'll have to start again.
We've certainly got some elements well on the way, but we've got dessert, which is well and truly in trouble. So Alvin and I have stepped in to try and help Callum get it under control, and he's ploughing ahead doing other elements.
At one point, I go over to check my cakes in the oven to make sure they're not burning. I come back.
Callum.
Something's overflowing, guys.
Unfortunately, the custard, it's really hot. It boils over.
Burnt food.
There's not much I can do with this custard because part of it at the bottom's turned to scrambled eggs.
Chippy, can you tell me for 1 second, please?
Yeah, sure. What do you need?
Just chuck that
Through the
there.
sieve? Yep. Okay.
I think about straining it and seeing if I can still get some of the good custard that'll come through the strainer.
I didn't attend it for a little while.
The look on his face is, please God, let this be good.
How is it?
I don't know how to tell him. It's probably one of the worst things I have ever tasted. It was burnt, it was disgusting.
Is that all right or not?
And to be honest with you, I just didn't want Claire to see it. He goes, Claire, taste this.
We're having 20 minutes.
Oh, it's burnt.
Yeah,
No, you can't say that. It's not your fault.
So I abandoned the custard. I'm just going to serve the dessert with cream. And now I need to help with the main courses because they're the priority right now.
With a half an hour to go, there's this beautiful intensity in this kitchen. Come on, blue team.
I get the oil onto the really hot barbecue and it just starts smoking immediately. It's way too hot to cook koftas.
Come on, blue team, let's move.
There's about 30 or 40 koftas on there at a time. I'm just turning each one, and by the time I get to the last one, it's time to turn the first one again. The first batch of koftas is not great, but a bit burnt on the outside, still raw in the middle.
With 15 minutes to go, it's time to pull out the heavy artillery.
Yeah.
We're nearing on 2 o'clock. We're running around like headless chickens. I don't think I could have done anything more. I really worked my hardest. I couldn't work any harder.
I burnt my arm. The only way I would ever stop is if they had to carry me out of here. I really hope that the potatoes are done in time. I think I've given them enough time, but hey, we'll have to find out.
I'm desperately trying to get my stuff done and to make sure that everyone else gets what they need to get done as well.
We're out of time. We've got to get this food in the bain-marie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Grubs up.
It's 2 o'clock and the soldiers come out of the bush. They're there with the grease paint on, with the big guns, and yeah, they're pretty intimidating guys. What we've been doing for the last few hours cooking food to them doesn't look anywhere near as difficult as the stuff that they've been doing for the last 3 weeks.
So we've got red chicken and pineapple curry with rice, rosemary potatoes, honey glazed pumpkin, Moroccan koftas with mint yogurt, beef and mushroom pie, and then for dessert, apple and rhubarb crumble, bread and butter pudding, custard.
So, do you know everything we've got?
We've got bain-marie's ready to go. We've got roast beef and gravy, meatballs with tomato sauce, a mogalai curry, coconut rice and green beans, and Callum's apple upside-down cake.
Look, I'm really happy with the flavours of the end product. I think it's all cooked well. I just hope that they'll like it too.
Seeing all those soldiers lining up, they look really hungry, and I'm hoping we've got enough food or we might be in a bit of trouble.
How you going, mate? Bit of everything? Oh, yeah, thanks. Great. You guys must be pretty tired. It looks like they want to taste everything, which is great. So we give them a little pie, we give them a little bit of veggies, we give them a kofta, we give them some rice, we give them some curry. There's a great mix on the plate. I don't know how well it all tastes together, but individually, all those dishes, I think, taste great.
Everything. That's the order of the day.
The soldiers seem to be happy with the menu we've put up. They don't seem to be too worried about mixing the two teams together.
Yeah, a lot better than ration packs, I tell you that right now. hot for one, and yeah, it's got a lot better taste.
This is top. This is 100 times better.
Yeah, the meatballs especially.
Yeah, red team so far. Yeah, their curry and their meatballs are really good.
It's pretty good after Rat Packs, eh? It don't take much to beat Rat Packs, but no, it's really good.
I think I'll go blue. Yeah. What about you, boys? What do you
Red,
say?
red.
I'll just go against me. Yeah, I might go red now.
The highlight for me on this plate from the red team is those meatballs.
Yeah.
They're juicy, they're flavoursome, they're warm and they're comforting.
And actually the meat pie, which the blue team did, I like that too. You know, it's this sort of weather. It's overcast, a little bit rainy, and it's warming and wintry. And look, these fellas, that bloke there is licking his plate. That's brilliant. Look, I think they've done a great job. There's some good home-cooked flavours. I mean, let's be honest, you can be picky about it and you can be restaurant-y about it, but this ain't a restaurant. No. You know, this is a mess tent with lots of food. They've been on dry rations for the last 3 weeks. That tastes good to me.
Yeah.
I bet it tastes great for them.
Yeah, I'm really proud of them.
Well, Trent, we've got both the red team's apple cake with a bit of strawberry jam and cream over the top, and then you've got 2 huge serves of the blue team, bread and butter pudding and a rhubarb crumble with custard. Now, tell me, what do you reckon?
Yeah, no, look, I think the blue team's crumble here is fantastic. It's got a great, strong taste. I think the blue team's bread and butter pudding is always going to be a favourite with the lads after working so hard out in the field.
If it came down to just desserts, I reckon the blue team would have shaded it.
I think you might be right.
Hi.
It's really great to see they're going back for seconds. I mean, already that, you know, the start of the queue's kicked off again.
Dessert. We've got some cream to go with that as well.
There you go. Crumble over here. Crumble.
Well, the blue bread and butter pudding, that was pretty damn good.
Bread and butter pudding was good.
But what was it? Red's sponge. Pretty much the winner. I can't. It's going to be pretty dead here at the end, I reckon.
Well done. Good feeling, isn't it? Very good feeling.
Bravo Company, thank you very much indeed for allowing the red and the blue team to feed you today. They've been honoured and proud to serve our troops. So I hope you enjoyed the meal. Now comes the important time when we ask you to vote for which team, the red team or the blue team, has done the better job. To vote, all you got to do is come up here, pick up a spent cartridge and drop it into the ammo box that represents the team you think's done the best job, either the blue team or the red team. Depending on how you vote, the losing team will face an elimination round where one of them will go home and will no longer have the chance of being named Australia's next MasterChef. So guys, the moment of truth. Time to vote.
Vote
red! Vote blue!
The verdict of this whole challenge rests on the votes from the soldiers. I can only hope and pray that they put more in the red team.
I think our food was brilliant. We overextended ourselves with only 4 people. We cooked more dishes than the other team. Hopefully we've won this one.
I voted for blue.
I voted blue. Oh, best meal I've had in 3 weeks, easy.
Win or lose, wouldn't change a thing we did today, so thanks so much.
Really cool. Really. And we've got food left, so we didn't undercater.
Exactly.
We did not undercater.
All right, well done, man. Well done.
Okay.
I mean, I think red and blue have done a great job, and win or lose, I've had a great time doing it.
Voted for the red team.
Yeah. Red. It was all good, but red was just better.
Oh my God. Well done, sir. Good work, guys. Good team effort.
Good job, guys. Captain.
So, you know, it's all done and dusted. We just have to wait and see how it all shakes out.
I think both teams have done an outstanding job to produce the variety that they did, and to feed 100 soldiers in the field is fantastic. Both teams deserve high praise.
Well, blue team, red team, welcome back from your day in the field. Welcome back to MasterChef HQ.
How do you think they went, guys?
Well, you know what, George? I reckon you did a brilliant job.
And you guys too.
I think the red team can be really proud of the job we did yesterday. The judges have given us an ovation. I'm not sure if that's really directed at me because I didn't maybe perform the best out of the team.
If you win today, you get a fantastic lunch at Sean's Panorama with the man himself, Sean Moran. If you lose, however, the whole team will go into an elimination challenge. You'll go head to head, and from there, somebody will be going home. The first team we're going to look at is the blue team. Let's talk about the first one of those negatives for the blue team. And that was the koftas. Adam, you were responsible for the koftas. It was unspectacular. They were unevenly coloured, they were burnt. Flavour wasn't great. And koftas and tzatziki is not a great thing to be serving out of a bain-marie.
Aaron, you looked after the vegetables.
I did.
They were undercooked. They were probably the weakest dish in the bain-marie.
What we loved was that you're a group of 4, so you're a man down, and yet you had the biggest menu. There was lots and lots of food. And that was great to see. That was part of the brief.
The real success of your menu was your desserts. And the fact that, Jonathan, you worked to help both Marion and Aaron and also managed to put up 2 desserts, including the best dessert of the day, that rhubarb crumble, is a testament to your performance. You did a really, really good job.
Right, guys, now it's time to take a look at how the red team went.
Callum, what was most disappointing is you didn't learn anything from the CWA challenge. This is the back shear?
Yeah, that was the first one.
It's like a biscuit.
Yeah, I know. In a bit of trouble, I think.
And you made exactly the same mistake as you made in the CWA challenge. What's this? You didn't cream the butter and sugar together, you didn't think about the temperature of the butter, and you spent a long time making a sponge.
Yeah.
And you really need to put that in perspective, okay?
Okay.
Callum, from your eyes, what went wrong? What happened?
I'd got myself in a really bad headspace where I went from something like a crumble was quite easy to make instinctively, and then I didn't trust my own instincts, I think, to make a cake without a recipe and without scales and stuff, all the things I would normally do. And I really let that get to me.
The decision to switch the dessert was something that I made on the fly without consulting Callum. Meatballs?
I'll give on the meatballs if you're giving on the crumble.
Okay. That was my decision, and that put Callum under pressure right from the word go.
At the end of the day, it was my problem. Even though the dish got changed, I should have been able to turn it around and still not stress out too much.
Don't be too flawed by the negatives. Overall, it was a brilliant effort.
And Red Team, how good did your food look sitting there on the bain-marie? And in terms of the savoury dish of the day, Courtney, those meatballs were absolutely outstanding. Real food, you want to wipe your plate with bread to finish off. A really good effort. It's time to reveal who's won this week's Army Challenge. The winning team, with 66 votes.
34 votes to 66 votes. This isn't going to be a good thing, I don't think.
Is the red team. Red team, congratulations. But I think really both teams should be incredibly proud. And proud because of you all did a fantastic job. It's important to hold on to that. And Courtney, You're back in the competition. You delivered the dish of the day yesterday. You're marking yourself out as a serious contender to take out the title. Well done.
Now all that's left is to get out of here and enjoy that lunch at Sean's Panorama.
See you guys.
It's difficult saying goodbye to these people because I don't want any of them to go. And I know that whoever goes, the competition will be poorer for it.
Blue team, all of you will go through to an elimination round where one of you will go home.
I can't believe we've lost. We felt like we did the very best job we could yesterday, and that's not just in terms of cooking, but in terms of working as a team.
Adam, you've got a little advantage here. You've got an immunity pin if you choose to use it. When we gave you that immunity pin, we said that you could use that immunity to avoid an elimination round of your choice right up to the final week of this competition. Now is the time for you to decide whether or not you face this elimination, or whether you step aside and let your fellow contestants face the firing line alone. Adam, what's going through your mind?
I've had the pin for a long time now, and I've always said the first chance I get to use it, I'm going to use it. It just doesn't feel right today. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I honestly don't. Captain of a team, we worked together so well yesterday. Part of me wants to just see it through to the end. As team captain, knowing that I played a big role in whether our team won or lost yesterday, and that we did lose largely due to decisions that I've made, it just seems like a terrible thing to then turn my back on my team and walk out using the immunity pin and leaving them to face the music.
Jonathan, what would you do if you're in Adam's shoes?
Oh, I think it's honourable what Adam's saying. I think in the end, he's got to think about himself.
What would you do?
I struggle to face another elimination, so I'd probably use it. And I suggest he uses it too. I think he should use it.
You're all nodding your heads, Aaron. What do you think Adam should do?
Oh, look, you know, I mean, I competed against Adam when he won that pin. And the thing about the pin, you win the right to choose when you want to avoid an elimination. He's got that right. He's won it. He's earned it. You know, you deserve it. It's all good, and no one's going to hold any hard feelings for it.
Marion, you've won and used your immunity. What should Adam do?
He'd be crazy not to use it. He should use it. If I could, I'd take it off him and give it to you right now and kick him out the door. He should use it.
Yeah.
Just use it, Adam.
Adam, the guys have given you their opinion, but regardless of that, you have to make the decision on your own. You've got to think what's at stake here. This competition's about you making the right decision, whatever that is. Adam, what's your decision?
Use it.
Use it.
I'm going to use a pin. Sorry, guys.
Don't be
No,
sorry,
don't be sorry.
mate. Just do it. Do it, mate. Don't be sorry. Come on.
Honestly. He made it well. It was a good choice, yeah.
Well done. Good on you, buddy.
Well, Adam, let's hope it's a wise decision. You're cashing in your immunity. Personally, I think you made the right move. Your reward is not to face elimination with these three guys. You've dodged a bullet. It's time to go.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
Sorry, guys. I'm really torn up about the decision to use my immunity pin. I literally now have turned my back on my team, and it is a terrible feeling.
The three of you have a fierce elimination challenge in front of you. Time to go upstairs and prepare for it. We'll see you shortly.
I mean, this is going to be war. This is going to be full on.
This is going to be one of the hardest elimination challenges I have ever done in this competition.
I don't want any of the three of us to go home, but someone will.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
You're about to face a basic skills test.
Jonathan, Aaron and Marion go head-to-head in the fight of their lives.
I've got a hell of a lot more to do, and I've got a hell of a lot more to share.
Together, they will face off in 2 knockout rounds.
There's a common theme, the nut.
Each will be a greater test of their skill and culinary knowledge.
Anything I don't know what it is, I'm writing down walnut.
And for one of them, the MasterChef journey will end.
I've got a 1 in 3 chance of going home today, and that is terrifying.